Good afternoon. Today is the 25th of May and this is part 5 of a slightly shambolic shuffle around the Enfield Pageant of motoring. I do apologise in advance for any incorrect information which has happened constantly throughout this series of videos. If I fall over, if we generally make a hash of it, I'm afraid it's just the way that it goes on this channel. So we'll start this part with this 1969 Triumph Herald 1360 convertible with the original purchase invoice there for £654, it says at the bottom of there. Maybe it was a discount. Yes, trade-in on a Morris Mini. It actually was bought in Hackney, so it's not come too far actually from here. In well, more than 50 years this car's existed. Well, I've driven one of these. It was with a 1.5 engine. It was a 68. And we've got something a bit more modern here. This is a Mark V Escort XR3i Cabriolet. Someone's very simply fitted a reversing camera to that. I'd personally do something like that if it were my car. So yeah, before the B came out in '92, so probably 92 or something like that. I think those wheels are off the Cosworth as far as I remember. Oh yes, now this is nice, viewers. Volvo 760. 1988 to 1989. Also a chap in the Volvo Owners Club like me. And 760 Turbo. It's not got the V6 in it. It's got a 4-cylinder red block. It's very nice still though. 1964 Wolseley 1660. We saw in Austin, Cambridge earlier on. Actually, I've just noticed there's a whole load of these. Must be a group of friends who've bought these in. So we'll go back now and start looking at the row here. This is a 1660. This is a very late one actually. Production finished in 71 and that is in 1970. So there we go. Another 1660 here, 68 to 69 on a G. The minor here looks odd. It's probably because of the matte colour and the headlamps, but that's again a very late one, 1970 to 71. We've got a Morris Oxford here. The Oxford and Wolseley were the last ones of this shape of Farina car in production. They finished both in 71. This is a 69 to 70 on an H. Very nice kind of two-tone paint. Try not to fall over here, viewers, which is always a danger when I'm making these videos. This is a Cambridge, an A60 Cambridge, 1964 automatic. And this is, I think, the rarest of the variants. This is a Riley 472. As you can see with Riley, you actually get a rev counter in there, which makes it actually my favourite of these cars. I don't know if they were going to do a Van den Pla version of it, but they never did. It was a Riley one. There's the front of the Cambridge and the Oxford. You can see they're different. Fantastic. Another minor here. This is a 1963 minor 1000 Traveller, and then very nice views, a Jaguar XJ, and it's a 4-litre sport, X36 Sport, 1994, 1995. Used to your own car. It was a hang on, instead of 4-litre Sport, it says Sovereign. I'm confused now, viewers. What is going on? Something I must just film very quickly, because one of my viewers actually requested seeing one of these. Yes. Now that is a rare car if I ever saw one. It's a Renault 20 TX, 1982, 1983. It's not a Renault 30, it's a Renault 20. The 20s had the 4 cylinders as far as I know, and the 30s have the 6 cylinders. This is a 2.2 automatic. I think was it the Duvlin engine they call this? Answer the comment section below. It's very nice though. It's even got headlamp wipers, which makes me feel very happy. Right, so we'll go over here and have a look at this Ford Capri. 1968 to 1969 Ford Capri Mark 1. Actually, no, sorry, it'd be a 68 because I didn't make them in 69. Didn't make them in 68. It's a 1300L. Wow, this is a really early one. It's a very early Capri, this. One of the very first. It's for sale, called Tony on 07932 005 873. I wonder how much this sort of thing is worth. Look at the spectacular sort of narrow track on this. Wow. And then this is one of the Austin County's cars, isn't it? Is this an A40 or an A70? That is, I think, an A40. I could be wrong though. Volkswagen Beetle, 1972, 1973. Is this a GT model or something? No, it's just a 1303, okay. I'm not a number, it's indeed. President reference that. Another one of these PA Vauxhall. This is actually a Velox. This is the rarer type. Most of them you see are crested. This is a Velox, which is the lower specification one of the two, which I appreciate. And we've got Series 3 Land Rover Hill, look at that in a second. And then a Mark II Ford Zephyr. There's lots and lots and lots of Mark II Zephyrs here for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. There's the front of the Land Rover. And then this is, I think, a Mark I Mini. You don't even get a lock on the outside to the passenger door. That's how basic these were. Was this even a deluxe? No, it's just a 7. 7 was what these were called until 1960, along the Morris Mini Minor, before they both rebadged as the Austin Mini and the Morris Mini. 1971 only, Morris Minor 1000 Traveller. That one is one of the latest ones I've ever seen, actually. It's a Mackay. One of the very, very last ones. Let's look at the information sheet and see what it says. Yeah, wow, that's one of the last made. That Stag's on the way out. 1975, 77p. Gilburn Invader Mark III with the Ford Escort Mark I rear lights. It's like the 3-litre Essex V6 in it. Because last year they made it the 73, unfortunately. When they introduced VAT, it really hit companies like Gilburn. It's £5,500. Call 07828 859256. It has got a run number. Yeah, the only car made in Wales. I think that's the case. Someone below in the comment section tell me if you know of any other cars made in Wales. Then a very early E-Class here with some trade plates on it. E300, I think that is. One thing I have just seen over there is a Triumph Dolomite 1300. That wasn't here during the last pile I filmed, actually. 1300 was the base specification Dolomite, replaced the Toledo in 1976. That's a relatively early one of those, so 76, 77 on an R. Someone put an air dam on there from the Sprint there with some alloy wheels though, because why not? They look quite basic on their own. Originally it would have had 2 oblong headlamps rather than 4 headlamps. A pair here of W124s. One on the right we can't talk about, so we're going to go with this one. It's a 230E. I think that's sort of 83, 84. I'll just skip that one. 1980 to 81 Mini 1275 GT. Actually, I think this is a 1980 because the last year they made 1275 GT was 1980. Very nice, actually. That's lovely condition. Wow. Yeah, 1980 only, that one. And a Land Rover series, I presume it's a 2A from the West Sussex Fire Brigade. Another Farina car here, 1966 Wolseley 1660. Just 37,000 miles from new. Very nice. This one is a 4-speed manual. I can't remember if you get column change on the Farina cars or not. Somebody in the comment section just remind me. Then another one of these Hill mixers. This is a very late one, actually 1965. I think it was discontinued just a couple of years later. The first owner worked for Thomas Harrington. And Harrington, of course, well, they converted some Sunbeam Alpines into the Harringtons, which is those things. There's the original purchase order from 1965. Very different looking from original Aldax mix that came out in 57. And Alfa Romeo 105 Series Coupe in right-hand drive. This is a rare car. Very, very nice. It's Julius Sprint GT. Another rare car is this Toyota Crown Coupe. I forget the model code for these now. It's 2.6 litre engine. Look at that Toyo Glide. I presume that's been named the automatic transmission in it. They were sold over here initially. I think this is the first generation of Crown we got in this country. Very American looking car, very sort of over style, but also Japanese looking as well. It's interesting. Right, the Renault 20 is still here, that's good. We shall keep going and look at this Vauxhall Victor. I think they called this a Vauxhall Victor F-Type or something. This is the first generation, which came out I think in 1957 from what I remember. And yes, that exhaust is coming through the bumper.
Is that yours, that one?
Data Masso Pantera GTS. I don't know exactly what year that is. It's not the one with Elvis Presley shot, is it? Or his one is yellow as well. 1980 to 1981 Triumph Dolomite. I think that'll be either a 1500 HL or an 1850 HL. They made them until 1980 in Canley, although quite a few registered in 1981. Right next to it is the Ford Model T, because why not? Here is a 1926 Ford Model T, so that car is 98 years old. See, which one is this? It's 1850 HL. And then a smaller little thing here. Is this, by any chance, an Austin 7? Yes, it is. It's a 1938 Austin 7 Ruby. Excellent. Humber Hawk. I don't know why this Tiger's trying to drive it. He's not going to get very far if he does that, is he? He's crash into the car in front of him. Morris Mine 1000. Wipers meet in the middle, so be up until about 1961. 56 was when the Morris 1000s came out. Cinnamon Bag Popular. Ooh, hello. Very nice. A 3-litre V6 Mark 1 Ford Granada. Very nice. Automatic. Well, GXL was a top of the range car at the time, replaced by the Gear about 1974. Then a 1972-73 Rover P5B Coupe. I have driven one of these actually. I didn't quite feel like Margaret Thatcher in the back because I was in the front, but there we go. Notice this one's actually for sale. Let's take a look. Offers around £10,000. Call 07910 598 492. Tempting. Very tempting indeed. MGB GT V8 1974-75 on an end. It's a very late chrome bumper example. V8s are only made between 73-76. And we've got one of these side valve 3-box Fords. They've blown popular. Interesting. And this was, at some point in its life, a Vauxhall Victor FB. What it is now, I don't really know. It's got an Audi engine, an Audi dash in it, Audi seats, and an Audi engine. That is just, I don't even know what to say. Unique. I think we'll say that. And the Zephyr 6. To Zephyr, from the early 50s. Finished production, I think, 1956. Those ones, the favourite of the Mark IIs. Another Mark II Cortina. We've seen lots of these here today. 1967, 1968 on an F. Oh, it's this already. Excellent. Those minis I think we saw actually at Chiltern Hills Rally last weekend. Then we go one Escort RS 2000 or RS 2000 replica maybe. This has got a Ford Type 9 5-speed gearbox in it, so yeah, probably going up in value as I'm around it actually. Daimler Sovereign 1968-1969, the Daimler version of the Jaguar 420. Oh yes, viewers, very nice. Mark II Ford Escort RS 2000, the same model year as for one in the professionals. So it was actually on an R plate, although for filming purposes it used a T plate. Yeah, 7637. Although the one in professionals is white. Capri 2-litre gear, 1980-1981. That's a rare specification. Most of the ones you see are the sort of free-letters, aren't they? Let's just make sure we don't miss this row here. Volvo 1800 ES, the last type of this platform they made. This will be about 1971 to 73 actually. That's when they made them. Then this is probably a Pulsar rather than a Sunny. N14 GTI R, probably looking like this. 1994, 1995. I really like those actually. N14s, they handle even the basic ones really, really nicely. They've got nice engines in them. Ooh, that Ford is for sale. Let's actually go around the front of it. So this I think is an Anglia. Obviously it's not got a original side valve engine anymore. 07956 615 103 if you fancy this car on your driveway. 1972 to 1973 Volkswagen bay window camper. Ford Anglia Deluxe Estate in 1966. That Ford badge shouldn't be on it, but never mind. That's two Anglia Estates. I've never seen two of them together before in any show, I don't think. Oh, it's actually the 123. It's the Super. Wow. Okay. And the very early Series 1 Land Rover. Did we have the headlamps inside the grille in this one? Yeah, that's a very early one then. It's like sort of late 40s or something. Talking of Volvo's on the platform, here we go. There's an earlier one here. 1966 on a D. This one will be, I think, probably an 1800S, I would have thought. It's not the same colour as the one used in the Saint. Although there's several actually, but all the same colour. Oh right, so those are all for sale. Not this particular one. Okay. Another Triumph Hell 1360 convertible. It was the same one we saw before, it's been moved. I don't know. MGTC. And then, I can't remember the model code for these coupes. This one is the sort of 7071 on a J. Could be a W109, I don't know, can't remember. 250C automatic. And we've got a 911 Carrera. This is before the 964 shape. I can't remember offhand actually what model code for these is. If it's a turbo, it'd be a 930, but it's not. MG TD 1951. One owner, Diamond Jubilee. Then a 1978 Mini Clubman Estate. A very rare little car here. 1972 Honda Z600. They did import these over here. Look at the size of this thing. How on earth did I get in that? Oh my gosh. Wow. Even in comparison with this Mini next to it, it looks like a small car. The Mini's actually taller than the Honda is. Like there's more space inside it. Crazy. And another late 1275 GT, 1980. One of the last ones. Wow. And then we've got a Ford Capri 2.8 injection. That plate's actually not to do with the age of the car. It's a little bit earlier than this is. That's probably an injection special, isn't it? So it'd be about 84, 85 perhaps. Right, next row. So we've got another one of these minis here. This is just a Clubman, it's not a 1275 GT. I don't think I've ever seen two really late Top 75 GTs together, but there we go. Yeah, just a standard Clubman, I think, 72, 73. I forget the name of this colour now, it's Sandglow. And then I think this is Vermilion, this MG Midget, very late one. These finished production in 1979, and this is a 79 to 80 plate. Well, I have seen them, I think, on 1981 plates before. The MGB that's last registered from the initial run, I think, is in 1986. I've seen that. It's on a C plate. Another Dolomite here. 78, 79 on a T. Is this also an 1850 HL? No, it's 300 HL. I was quite right. If you just see the rear pillars coming in vinyl, then it could be either. It could be an 850 or a 1500 HL. Rover P5B. This one's a saloon. 1971-72. Same colour as I think as the one used in the man who ordered himself with Roger Moore. So he's coloured those minis before. We see them everywhere, seemingly, at the moment. Another Corsair. I've never seen so many Corsairs on one show before, actually. Console Corsair, so quite an early one, this one. Probably before they introduced the Essex V4 engine. Yeah, 1965 that one is. It's a deluxe. 2005 Porsche 911 Carrera S. Oh, now this is special. Yeah, it's 1965 Alfa Romeo 2600 Coupe. Goodness gracious me, this is a rare car. Wow, it's right-hand drive as well. That is amazing. I mean, that's not bad either. Actually, that 997. Actually, that's for sale. I must do my usual. 07969376786 if you fancy buying this for £16,000. It's a 2.5 3.6 Cabriolet. 1995 Mini Cooper. Be the Mark 6. Well, someone's put an earlier steering column in that. Bond Bug EV. Okay. Someone's got rid of the 700cc engine in it then. And we've got, I think this is called a W114, this one. What engine's in this? At yes, 230.6. Oh, sorry, I'm getting my manners here. 11950, call David on 07932 744 931. Excellent. You want a stretched one of these Mercedes-es. Very long and it's automatic. 1974-75 Rover 3500 with automatic transmission. Call this tobacco leaf. They don't call this colour from memory. Then we've got Pageant Interceptor Mark 3. Very nice. Beige leather interior, no wood this time, but beige leather interior with piping. Another Jensen Interceptor. Seen quite a few of these today, actually. That's the sort of fifth or sixth one we've seen. 73, 74 on an M. Triumph Vitesse convertible. 6970. Let's take a look at the front of the Interceptor because why not? Yes, very purposeful. Not that a Vitesse is purposeful in its own right, of course. 1973, 1974 MGB GT. Two more MGBs here, 67, this one. With some nice wire wheels. And we've actually found a genuine fishmouth one. 71-72 in blaze red. Superb. My accomplishment is palatable. I'm trying to find a fishmouth one for ages. Right, next row. What is this, a Barclay or something? Oh, it's a Fairthorpe, okay. Yeah, these were made about 1960, something like that. Fairthorpe Electron Minor, or whatever they're called. It's strange names. Oh, wow, that's very nice views. A Jaguar XJ 4.2C or XJ 6C. Similar to the one used in the new Avengers. Excellent. That one was, I think, NVK 60p. This one is NGU 808p. 7576. Oh, now view is something I prefer even more. Look at this XJS. Headlamp washers and dark green, and it's got a beige leather interior with wood, and it's got green piping on the seats, and I want it, please. This is a V12. It's just after they changed the name from XJ-S to XJS, be about 1992. And then a Ferrari, I think this is a 348 in a nice yellow colour, very typical of the sort of period, 91, 92. A Mark II Zephyr, whether that's a high or a low line, I don't know. I never understand the difference between them. Oh, hang on, there's a information sheet here. It's a 56, that's a very, very early one, and it is a Highline. And then in 1965, Vauxhall Victor FC 101 Deluxe. Again, whenever I look at these, the track is so narrow and the tyres are so skinny. I mean, these must handle not particularly well, but you know, in Austin, Cambridge, which would have been a rival to this, wouldn't have handled particularly well either, would it? So there we go. I think you can get a column change or a floor change on these. That has a floor change, and then whatever on earth this is, a Ronart W152, and then another one of these Bedfords. I forget the model name for these. This is a 65. They made these in a place like India until like 1990 or something. It was something utterly crazy like that. These ones are both 1965 though, so they're not quite as late as that. I'm surprised at how many Vauxhalls there are here, probably because Luton is a million miles from here. That's probably why there are so many. And the Bedford, of course, because Bedford was a commercial arm of Vauxhall until I think the late 80s. Then a Vauxhall Victor F-Type, I think these are called. And then a PB Crestus. Let's have a look at the front to see if this is a facelift. The facelift is for the 3.3 engine. Yeah, that's the facelift. It'll be 3.3 6-cylinder. Chevy pickup. Is that an El Camino or something? 65. Ford Anglia with, I think those are Ford Capri or Ford Escort wheels on them actually. Yeah, El Camino. And a Stag. 1974-75. Mark II Stag, 1975. I'm doing better than I usually am, viewers. Another Mark II. The easiest way for me to tell is that it hasn't got two courtesy lights, only got one. It's the easiest way to tell them apart for me. 7071 MGB. Triumph TR3 will be from the late 50s. Alfa Romeo Spider in right-hand drive. Let's take a look at this then. This is a Spider 2000, 1976-77. And then a Renault 5, first generation Renault 5. It's 1983. It was a GTL. GTL was quite well specified actually. There were far sort of lesser models than that around. That is in absolutely fantastic condition. Let's look at that, it's brilliant. Next to, I think, a Jaguar Mark, it's been 9, I think, as far as I know. I'm really bad with that sort of thing, guys. E36 BMW 3 Series. With those mirrors, it should actually be an M3, but I know it's a real one. Excellent 77-78. 77-78 Beetle on an S. This could be one of the sort of last ones that were not built in Germany actually. I think this production around that sort of time. And then I think we'll finish on something really special. A Renault 17. Wow. That is in superb condition. I've seen a 15 before, I've not seen a 17 I think ever. That is a rare car. Say 72, 73. Right. that wonderful example of rarity, we will end this part here. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below, and we shall see you in the next part for even more incorrect information.